Motor Jordan what? Alright, y'all pardon the background noise. I mean, it worked. And what we're going to do today is we're going to get the antenna system mounted on this 2021 Freightliner. Seems to be some confusion in it. We're going to show you how to do it the right way. Anyway, we're going to need a new Cascadia P4 mirror mount base, whatever you want to call that. Okay, we got our antenna mount, and of course we're going to need us a good antenna. I know it looks pretty good, don't it? This is actually a Predator 10K. I polished it back out. It's probably about, I don't know, 3-4 years old, something like that. And most importantly, you're gonna need a good coax. Now, I went ahead and put 1/4-inch flex loom all over this coax here. Just go ahead and get that out the way. Save y'all the pain and trouble of watching me do that. But importantly, when you get your coax, make sure that you get a coax with a removable end. This is key. If you do not get the coax with the removable end, life is going to be hell. That's what I mean by removable end. As you can see here and here, once those go together and you screw them back together, we're good to go. So, what else are we going to need? Really, tool wise, all you're really going to need is technically, I believe it's the let's see here, the T40 or T thing. Yeah, I think just, hang on, let me double check that. Yep, this is T40. T40, a ratchet and extension. Alright, so what am I doing now? I'm shutting the door and let's get to work. Y'all hang on. Alright, y'all, doing the best I can here. My little stupid tripod won't raise up high enough to get y'all eye level. But what we're going to do is we're going to remove this Torx here and this Torx here. Now, do not remove both Torx at the same time, because the only thing that actually holds this mirror on is this bolt and this bolt. If you remove both of these, this mirror is going to fall off on you. What's the third bolt for? It's there for just as a brace, because there's metal in behind there. Then it just braces. It's just there for freaking looks, okay? Now, in the instructions, let me get them up here where you can see them. We're going to note that here, we're going to have one short bolt and one longer. The longer one's going to go on the bottom. So, let me grab my stuff here. Oh, I forgot a couple of things, y'all. And as far as tools you're gonna need, hang on, I forgot one thing. Anyway, some zip ties. Get you some dang zip ties. They're cheap. They're easy. Just use them. Okay, so we got that set over there. Yep. Yeah, let's pick a line. Let's just pick one and start with it. And we'll pick the top one. Before I actually went to drive that all the way out, I just had this mirror replaced and just noticed how loose that top one was. So, okay. I just want to make sure that bottom was tight, and I don't want this mirror falling off. Alright. Hang on to this, don't lose it. So now, we're just going to take our mount. And we're going to use a spacer. Guys, I'm trying to tell if I'm getting this all on thing. So what we got to do is basically insert the spacer in the hole. Or actually, the easier way to do that is to put your nut through. Put your nut through there. Take your spacer. Put it in there like that. And let's go ahead and hopefully I'll have a better ratchet than what I got. Y'all can tell it doesn't sound real happy. Anyway, just get that motor to be tight. I'm telling you, it's working hard over here. Now we can get the spotting one out here. Right, there again. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't get that later. When I mean later, I mean later. I mean later. Like when you trade the truck in or whatever. You're gonna want to keep your crap. So hang on to that. And there again. Now we're gonna keep our washer on the bolt here. Spacer only. Let's go ahead and stick that spacer in there. Rotate that around. We can get the bolt in there. And just wiggle it around there till you get some. You can hand tighten it in. Don't want to strip it out. We're going to do something here in a minute. And I've already done found out that Freightliner likes to strip bolts out. Let me tell y'all that. Just get it. Let's get it about where let's get it about where the factory tightness was at, and that'll be good. All right, get that off of there. Let's just get that like that. And that'll be fine for now. No, pardon me. I'm over here, going to be hanging in the butt. Bite me down now. Anyway. Sorry, y'all. We're trying to get probably have to wait for one more day. But when I with ears trying to. If you get a weatherproof boot, make sure you get it pushed all the way up there. I'm in the wrong position. That thing is cold, and it's not wanting to work right, and that's why you get the 1/4" loom. Anyway, I think the sun's gonna be washing this out a little bit here. We're gonna get you guys tilted back some. All right. Get a door open, and let's go ahead and get our coax through the door. What I'm looking for right here is, if I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pointing at, there's a big hole here. So what I'm going to do is get this coax to where, move my phone. And I figured I gotta get another truck parked right here and look at me wondering what the heck I'm doing. That's what that noise is. Alright, where's Metro? There she is. Staring me in the face. Because up in there, if you'll know, what you're gonna see is a you'll see where the factory boot actually goes back in the door, and so we're just following along with like the factory done. Now we'll get to that in a minute. Now we're just going to take our coax and find just a good way to go behind all of this stuff. So probably from the steering rod here, just stick your fingers back there. The coax will come up. Damn, everybody's got to be right here, man. This place was not this busy until I started shooting this video, y'all. Everybody had to be right here, seeing what I'm doing. Wow. Alright. Sorry about the bump. Now, y'all see this electrical harness up here. We're going to go above that. Where the hell did all that grease come from? Man. Well, that's the crappy thing about working on a truck. I just got a big grease ball on my wire loom. What's up, man? Alright, y'all, I'm back. Sorry, delay a game. Duty calls. And we had to get rid of that. I had to clean that daggone grease ball off. I don't even know where it comes from. Right. Now, let's make sure there's not too much stress on our coax. There's not. And, you know, we out here working that trucking life. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, remember our zip ties, and then we'll come in behind here. Probably not even. I don't even need this zip tie there, but this is kind of how I am. Y'all should be the same way too. That way, like I said, I want to make sure there's not any undue stress, so that's going to kind of keep the coax from getting pulled one way or the other. Alright, now, so, y'all are going to love this part. This part that seems to screw everybody up. Y'all see right here where your airlines go in at? That is nothing but the foam of the inside of the floorboard. That's all it is. So pick you a hole, pick you a spot. I already had one, I thought. So just find you one of these holes that you like. Like I said, I thought I'd already punched through one. In fact, I know I did. I'd already tested this. Now we're just trying to figure out. There it was. And just push that joker on through there. Like I said, all it is the foam. And that's another reason why we put the split loom on the wire. Anyway, pushing it through. I can take it on. Point it out. This is right here. I should go behind. Go in front of it. That'll be the behind it. So you're gonna take most of the time. Yeah, right across there. I gotta get more tracks because it's gone. Alright. There we go. Alright. So darn, can't even get in there. Can't even get the GoPro in there. Alright, right there's the split loom here that we just pushed through the firewall. Like I said, all that is foam that's on the inside of the truck. Then we rounded down and around, and you can see there's our split loom there. Unfortunately, there was no way to get behind this brace, or else I would have done it. And then we're through the door in there. You know, y'all, I'm trying to do this, man, but it's like everybody that pulls in here wants to know, like, what am I doing? They're just being nosy, or they're parking like right here somewhere, and they're just sitting there like, Ooh, what's he doing? Ooh, he working on something? I'm gonna be nosy. What's he doing? Ooh, what you doing? What you doing, sir? Sir, what you doing? Anyway. Doing the best I can here, y'all. This truck is so dirty. Now, what we're gonna need to do when we get inside here, I've already done it, is there will be T20 here, and one there too. I didn't take that one out because I didn't think I needed to. I thought I had my screws out. There we go. Anywho, hey, look what I found. I found our friend. Look, our friend, the coax. He done come all up out the dash through the steering column. Y'all see that? Man, what a good coaxial he was, wasn't he? And that's the part I think that seems to be confusing everybody. How is that confusing? Anyway, y'all give me one. Man, I need my tripod back. Can we all sit right there for a minute? What the hell is happening here? Anyway, y'all see our friend the coax. Hell, he just popped right on out there. Look at that. Ain't that amazing? Now, how do we want to handle the steering column? First thing I want to do is check the movement of the steering column. I think, yep, I know how I want to do that. Apparently the movement of the steering column all kind of happens down at the bottom, so that means that we want to run our coax across the top. We need to get rid of some of this plastic down here at the bottom. You know what? Oh, good Lord. You know what? There's a thing over here beside me. I wish I would know, but there's people standing right over here rather than being at the attraction. They're kind of over here at this fence. Oh, I think that was another one I stripped on. No, there we go. So, oh, okay. So here's piece number one. That only fit in a T20. And got a seal plate. Seal plate needs to come off. Oh my God. You know what? Insane. Anyway. Alright, y'all. We had to take out the seal plate. Now we got to pop this plastic piece off. And this continues with the T40. So we can remove this handle. Man, it's busy around here. I feel like I could go over an hour ago before I decided to do this, y'all. And there was nothing going on around here. I got ladies over here staring at the potty, which is right over here by the front side of traction. It's insane. None of that started until I started this project. Alright. That's one. And yeah, we gotta get up here. This one. Take this one off. Oh. I think I hit y'all, didn't I? Oh well. Y'all can't see my ratchet because of the damn turn signal. Now I kind of done looked into this, and this is how I took this bolt out. I think Freightliner stripped it just a little bit. Just a little bit. There goes our grab handle. Set it somewhere over yonder. Now put up the weather strip. Like so. And jeez, really? Y'all, that's where y'all decided to put another T20? Okay, anyway. Alright. So now we got our kick panel loose. A-pillar out. Remove this, maybe y'all can see. Alright. Got our A-pillar out. She's ready. Just like that. Snap it straight out and then lift it straight out. Alright. Now we can get back to what we were doing down here. I think you know what? Forget you. I can work around that. Alright, so let's check the steering column movement again. You always got to double check, triple check this stuff, y'all. Last thing you want to happen is something happening because damn coax got wrapped up in the steering column. So we're just gonna make sure that we go completely above it. Ah, there's another one. Okay. Yeah, I feel the factory wiring harness all up above there as well. So it's what you want to do. You want to follow what the factory done. The absolute best that you can possibly do. Why is it up so? Okay. Alright, anyway. You'll see what we did here between the dash and the body. Everything looks reversed to me. And there we go. So now I'm going to pause this because I'm going to get this button back together and get all these panels screwed back in so that way I can be done with that, and then we'll show you how we're going to get it to the radio. Alright, Joe, as you can see, we get all of our plastic back on. And it's probably kind of backwards, but had to remove this ball, this T20, 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 T20 in there. T20, T20, T20. This out. Then that allows this to come out. That allowed this to come out. That allowed this to fold down. And I don't know what I did over there or why. But anyway. Alright. It may seem like a long time, y'all, but trying to shoot this video and the number of distractions I've had. If I was actually just working on this, this may have been a grand total, maybe an hour, maybe max. And that was, you know, if I had no clue. I kind of already done exploratory surgery, so I kind of knew what time of day it was. Okay, now, other part that seems to mess people up is how to get from point A to point B. Okay? Well, alright. This is your air hose for your air brake, obviously, because there's your handle. This is the wire that drives the relay. And then here are all your dome light wires. Well, if I pull on these wires, they're loose, and if you actually can see, they're going across the top of there. Now the coax should be stiff enough that I should just be able to actually push that coax across and then get it out of there. I've been working on that, so that's what I'm hoping for. But it is a solid cavity in here, but we do have our access hole, and if this doesn't work, I have another trick. So let's just feed that coax. So let's see here. It's here. It's here. Okay, might be time for plan B. Yeah. Yep, it's gonna be time for plan B. Y'all are gonna like plan B. Yep. Plan B. Alright, y'all, I don't think y'all gonna be ready for this. To get this coax ran, I had to go ahead and remove the rest of the tray. So the actual tray of this is in like 3 parts. You know, so I'm talking this part here, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 additional T20s, and then this come down, and this actually popped out so that could release, and we had to take our where's that in the camera? Is that in the camera? Can y'all? Oh, okay. I'm looking at reflection off my phone and in the camera, and being kind of washed out with the light. Can we see? Anyway, our antenna mast. What you're gonna do is take and insert your some kind of wire fish and just go right behind the cabinet, and then just push it on through. I can set y'all right here. I don't know if you can really see. Anyway, pull down on this, and there's our antenna mast. And then just tape your coaxial up to it real good. Hopefully you have some electrical tape to do that with. Unfortunately, all I had was this crap that's been in my truck. Well, I've only had this truck for a year, but I've had this. I don't even know what kind of tape it is. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years. It just keeps getting transplanted truck to truck somehow, but it come in handy today because this was all I had and it worked. So that's how you're going to get your coax. God, and it is tight up in there, man. And then when you do that, make sure it's run behind where you're going to put your screws. T20, 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 and I had to take the sun visor off. So, alright. Yeah, it's a little daunting task to do that. I guess now I know why I see a lot of people with just a radio up there, but the problem is with theirs, in my other previous video, air vents and stuff like that are directly below there. So if you screw into that, you know, and hopefully those people just double stuck their radio. I've seen a lot of them with the actual mount for the radio and it up there. So I'm really thinking that somebody didn't give a darn and they just popped screws down and through the air vents. So, all right. Well, we got all of our stuff back together over there. We got our coaxer in. Yep, that's how you're supposed to do it right there. No, I'm sorry, that was a drain. Some kind of drain or air, whatever. The yellow was for our air horn. Anyway. Yeah, as you can see, that's the way it should look. Can't really tell it was even done. And this is the factory. Well, I was talking about running along with the factory boot. We're going to push that through there. We're going to put a zip tie. Yep, we're going to add a zip tie, something like there. And then that's what we're going to look like there. And this, yep. There we go. And that's where we went in the firewall here. Zip tied around and down into here. I recommend going ahead and leaving that little bit loose. So that way, opening and shutting the door, you give it some play, and it's and it'll be just fine and dandy. All right, y'all. I gotta get the strut back together. Woo! This is a mess. Y'all look at this. Look at this. Would you just look at that? Would y'all just look at this? Alright, y'all. I gotta get this mess cleaned up. Anyway. I know. Long damn video. We'll catch y'all in the next one.